Will you step in Eli Manning like, Deion Sanders like, to the point where like you told him, hey man, I ain't taking that psych test with the Giants. I followed you after that.
This where they messed up at though, in my opinion. They supposed to keep this on the low. We ain't even gonna talk about all this, but this is where they messed up because they about to show you who you is. And I ain't saying that you ain't that, because you is that. But in the NFL eyes, they ain't trying to push SHEDEUR in a good winning situation for real, in my opinion, because it would be too much. I don't want them to go to Cleveland either, but if they say you go to Cleveland, boy, you going to Cleveland. So Coach Prime might have to step in, but then it's gonna be a lot. They're gonna be forced to trade him. And then you know the media gonna run with that. But let's see what Coach talking about.
I said I wasn't taking it either. Will you step in and do some of that if it's the wrong organization and say he ain't going there?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do it publicly. I'll do it privately.
Nigga, you doing it publicly right now. Y'all gotta relax. That's why he in the situation we in right now, because SHEDEUR was going to New York for sure. But then he started putting it on his cleats. He started throwing the ball in the public to New York Giants wide receiver in New York. He go to the New York game. They were showing him too much love. You know, the NFL don't like that. The NFL really don't like black quarterbacks for real. And so they definitely ain't gonna push SHEDEUR in a decent, halfway decent situation being in New York. So now you got, I don't even know what the draft class look like, but I know it's New England and I know it's Cleveland. And I know they didn't, Deion and talked it up to, we're going to put Cleveland in the mix now. And I don't know where New York is, but I know they said we're going to put Cleveland in the mix now. They number one up here. And it is what it is. But I'm mad about that. But Coach Brown started it. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
So you said you're going to be dad. You're going to be dad. You're going to be dad.
Oh, Dad, cows come home. Yes, sir. And with Travis as well.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that shit. I keep forgetting that's your other son.
Yeah.
But give us a little bit more insight.
So, yeah, that's what Deion he been going around saying that. He been going around saying this. And it's true. But I think he messed up talking about it so early, because now he done talked himself into a situation where Cleveland, you don't want to go to Cleveland at all, because Cleveland going to mess some stuff up. Cleveland gonna mess some stuff up so bad. Cleveland ain't never been good my whole life. I'm telling you no lies. Cleveland ain't never been good my whole life, bro. I ain't never known Cleveland to do nobody since Tim Couch. That's when they were going. When Lil Bow Wow had the Tim Couch jersey on, when he was from Ohio, that's the last time I known Cleveland to do anything. They ain't never did nothing. I don't know a running back from Cleveland. Let me think of some quarterbacks from Cleveland. Okay, Tim Couch, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. Cleveland bad, bro. So Coach Prime talked this up so much that he didn't talk it into existence. Now it's in a bad situation, bro. Now it's in a bad situation where is Cleveland gonna pick him? If he do pick him, is we gonna stay? Is we not gonna stay? Is I'm gonna have to be Eli Sr.? Or if I'm not going to even be ready for the draft, I'm going to say, forget it. I'm going to just sit out. Either way, it's a lose situation.
Where do you predict SHEDEUR and Travis going in the draft?
Top 4.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Anywhere from 1 through 4. One of them is going to be 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of them is going to be 1.
Speak it into existence.
And the latter one would not go behind 4. Now, all this is subjective because
right.
I know where I want them to go. And let's not forget Shallow, okay? But I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that ain't gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you on point.
It's gonna be it's gonna be an Eli.
Where do you?
And that's where I don't know if he messed up or whatever, because I don't know for real. But however, I'm saying, man, I think they're going to put the test to him now. I think they're going to really show him like, boy, we still running this. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to show him like that. Boy, we still on our job. You still ain't running nothing, boy. If I say you go to Green Bay, if I say you go to Cleveland, that's where you going. Now, y'all tell me if I'm tripping or not. Y'all can come up here if y'all want to. Holler at me. It is what it is. But I think If they say, boy, you going to Green Bay, you going to Green Bay. Boy, if I say you going to Cleveland, you going to Cleveland. Now go ahead, sit out. Because we ain't going to try to uplift you anyway. We ain't going to do nothing but try to tear you down anyway. So go ahead and make it easier on them. What y'all think?